Hi everyone. I think we are live. Um, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for Please tell me if there is any issue with the sound, or with things like that in the stream. Like I'm doing like a slightly different setup, so it might be there might be some issues. Hey Dasville, nice to see you here. And so yeah, today we want to do something quite exciting. I don't know if we probably won't be able to really fully finish it by the end of the stream, but I think it should be fun to do anyway. It will be the melee weapons. So maybe I can show you a little bit how the game looks like right now, just so you get a feel of, kind of maybe a little bit why I think it would be a good time to do it. And take a few seconds to load. But basically what we've done recently is we changed a little bit what's the objective of the game. We did some tests, I think, with the two bays to destroy them. It was nice. It worked to some extent, but I feel like there were a couple of issues that we needed to fix, and we felt like it was maybe a bit easier to actually change the gameplay and test with something a bit more conventional. Sorry, I need to change. I was starting the game as a server. So let me just move to change something quickly. Single player mode server. Okay, I'll do it as a host. So I can actually play the game and show you guys. There we go. Okay. Like Dazia is asking, how many of the VIP passes were used? I mean, there are like a few people who joined the test chat. We made just one session that was not really announced, so it was pretty like a small number. But anyway, there are like just 10 VIP passes in circulation. We'll probably do a test very soon with the VIP, and so we'll test it like that. We already saw something we wanted to change with that very short session, and some little issues that we wanted to modify. So we decided to like develop a bit. We'll do a couple others like of these test sessions for the VIP, and then we'll move on for the bigger population. I guess you have an alpha pass, right? I don't know if you have the VIP one. And yeah, so okay, so like this is pretty much how the game is right now. I hope the music is the music good also. So as the thing says, so it was worthwhile. Yeah, I mean, I think like I'm tier 2. Sure. It was the goal was really to find out like a big major issues in the game and in the gameplay and stuff, just before we show to more people, and so we can kind of adjust a bit early on. Okay, so we changed a little bit what the game mode is. So right now the goal is to take the objective. So there is like a zone here, and basically you need to capture it and to have more people of your team there, and actually it creates really cool gameplay. It makes the turrets still make a lot of sense because they're kind of defending the place. Probably need to adjust a little bit where they spawn, but it's really cool. Like even right now I'm playing only with the AIs, and it's already fun because you kind of they really understand well the objective, and the gameplay is very different every time we play. One thing we noticed before is that since the team bases were a bit out of the center of the map, you tended to have like more or less the same gameplay every time. But with this it's quite different. So is that it? Okay, right. Okay. And yeah, so this is this is working pretty well. But as you can see, it makes like relatively close fights, like close quarter fights, because you know people tend to group around the next to the zone, and so actually in this context, I think having like some melee weapons would be really cool. Shit. I think they're like the AIs are getting a little bit OP. I think they probably need some minor adjustments. And yeah, so basically you have to stay in the zone. I think it creates like really interesting gameplay every time. We'll need to test a bit more with the people, and so yeah, I think the effect of the zone is pretty nice also. So I'm quite happy about this. And yeah, so it's a little bit more of a conventional game mode, because like a few games have used this, but yeah. That's been saying need some claymore mines, bounceable weapons, and chainsaw lore. Yeah, that would be cool. I think like for the chainsaw would be like, I mean, this could be one of the melee weapons. Claymore mines would be really cool. I feel like we could have some mines and stuff in the game. I mean, that would be a cool way to. It could be pretty nice to have. Okay. Maybe I can try to win a game. I don't even have a good ratio. Well, my score is 420, so that's kind of a win. And so yeah, that's pretty much where we at right now. Every weapon that's a every weapon that's a war crime. Okay, that's a good way to select weapons, I think. I don't know if we'll go chemical though, but yeah. So here, for instance, that would be nice. Like, yeah, and for one thing, I was like, you know, I'm still asking myself, and like, we'll probably need to test those possibilities. But with melee weapons in games, usually shooting games, you have usually two possibilities. There's like either you kind of use them as a like either it's like a weapon that you have to select, and then you use that weapon. That's how it's done in Counter-Strike, for instance. Or it's like basically like where you have to switch to the knife, and then you can use it. Or there are also games like I think Call of Duty, where it's just basically a button that switches automatically to the melee, and then you basically you just do an attack. And I feel like maybe that would be the more dynamic part. So that would be like the middle click of the mouse. And yeah, okay, so I won that game, and it was a pretty good experience. There we go. Okay, so let's check that. So for now, since I don't have a good model right now here on this project, I will use like kind of a dummy weapon, just something that looks like a sort of a sword or something like that. That would be cool. And yeah, just as it says, drunk kind of gas grenade to blow the vision. That could be cool. That could be nice to have some kind of special effects by some of the weapons. Oh yeah, yeah, having some smoke grenades would be cool. Would be really cool. I feel like that there are a few things that we want to kind of add. Like I think like the melee is probably one of the first. Grenades and different kind of special grenades. You know, flashbang. yeah, like a smoke grenade I think will look really good in the game. And yeah, many possibilities on that. So okay, I'll start working a little bit on the weapons. So maybe right now I'll make it as like a normal weapon that you can switch to, and then we'll adjust it a little bit. So right. So now I'll create. I'll call it a katana, I guess. And so basically the structure it will have will be, okay, let me check just for consistency, weapon roots. Okay, I won't go too much into details because anyway it will be kind of a dummy weapon. Actually, maybe I have some sword. Do I have some sword in project? Some probably came from other things. It's a little bit much. Okay, I'll just start with the dummy weapon. And then have some the hilt of the sword, so this will be cubes. So 5 centimeters. Yeah, this blades we need for colliders. It's quite long, so like this. Yeah, from that as well, a few suggestions. Cattle prod chainsaw, barbed wire, baseball bats. Baseball bats would be nice. Baseball bats would be nice, definitely. Sword fist. Yeah, actually, it could be cool to be able to just like punch other people in the game. Could be fun. Okay, so I guess we'll start with that just to show the right direction. And this. Okay, so we have our dummy sword. And let's make it a good weapon. Object. Happy Slappers was a game mode on GoldenEye back in the days. It was fun playing that mode multiplayer. Oh, I don't know that much. Let me just Google. I'm not sure I should Google it on stream. Happy slappers in GoldenEye. Oh, basically you can only slap enemies. That's interesting. That must be fun. That must be fun. Okay, slot really display name katana, no need icon for now, and then so this should be good. Weapon boots, primary reaction. Okay, that will be, I think that's what we need. I might use something similar to what, just out of consistency with what we had before. I'll probably use the same code. It's probably wiser in many aspects. So it doesn't need to have a magazine, I'd imagine. Let's see how it was coded. Might actually be important for some details. Okay, so I'll make it so that it's weapon components, I would say. Weapon component. Thinking of some ways. At first, at least, I will make it as a separate weapon, just because it will be slightly easier to do, and then we'll see how we mix it with the rest. But I'll try to make it as simple as possible. So components probably be So basically, I think what every melee weapon will have should have what it will do when you attack. Basically, it will play an animation, and then do like a hit scan like it will check within some areas if anyone is hit by this attack, and then basically yeah, that should be pretty much it. And so in the end, it's very similar to a normal weapon. I think there's not that many big differences in some ways. The only thing is, yeah, it does it plays an animation on the player. So this is a weapon component. Text update, so process inputs, left click, broad size, side to side, big hitbox, right mouse, downswing, smaller hitbox but headshots. Yeah, that's kind of also one advantage of. I feel like there's like basically two kind of ways. Either you use the middle click as the weapon attack. And it's like it can be a separate thing. So basically, you use the middle click when you're doing when you want to attack with your weapon, but most of the time you're using you know, your gun, and then it just plays the animation and does like the hits. The other way is to have it as a separate weapon. In this case, you could have like different kinds of, you know, depending on the weapon. So is there like a swing or like a kind of a backstab? In some games, there is that option. So that's also something we're like kind of considering. But yeah. Process input, I think we could follow quite a bit. So okay, so in many ways we could so there will be, I feel like there should be an effect. So string animation name. So it would be basically the animation that it will play. Then there should be some effect. I think we could have. And then there's probably so people like achievements came from last night game talk. I saw that I was the only one. Lol. Oh yeah, for the like the talk, it was there were okay, achievements came from, so I'm not sure. Need to add a few days for building that. Yeah, I think we didn't. I think maybe we didn't announce it that much. Yeah, that was. I think that was cool. Like achievements. Oh, I see what you mean. Like the achievements, the thing that the evolution of the gameplay. Like was we talk. It was interesting to talk with people. Like saying like the ways to you know what Leon said for like attracting. You know, keeping your player base, and that's things we have in mind. and that was interesting to talk with them, and was really a cool conversation. My 250,000 kills in World of Warcraft was a big grind, but I really enjoyed getting them. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I think that the satisfaction of having some achievements, having some kind of bragging rights. When I say World of Warcraft, I think I summoned, basically summoned Samuel. That's a lot of kills. Is it considered a lot in the World of Warcraft world?
What?
250,000 kills.
You mean in PvP?
I don't know. PvE. Yeah, PvP would be crazy though.
It's your personal score, Dasville?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, mate.
Do you think you're gonna...
Does feel the bloodthirsty. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, PvP. Okay. Yeah, that's impressive. I'm just trying to count the number of hours.
I would be afraid to meet you in real life, and by real life I mean in World of Warcraft. I've stopped to play many years at this point, but I think WoW is probably the game that changed the most my view on video game and on landscape and what a video game can be in terms of human experience, and I think for me it's a game who blurs the first frontier between real and virtual worlds, and I'm considering maybe because I'm really curious for the new extreme servers they are going to create. Where I don't know if you have heard about.
Oh this, yeah, but like you die, like when you die, you die.
When you die, you die. I think it's going to be somehow a really special experience.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's a little bit crazy when you like to. Yeah, I think. Yes, Undead, Effie, Warlock. Play was over here.
I mean, I always knew you was a tasteful man. Yeah, I was Undead Mage.
Yeah.
And I'm really sad because in the office we are surrounded by Alliance players.
Yeah. Okay. The Bloodthirsty was the title reward for the kills. Usually was Black Master, Battle Master Dasville. Nice. I was on Chamber of Aspects, but World of Warcraft was $60, so £60. So I got to get my account after storage. Yeah, that was so expensive. Very busy. I did play it a bit, but I didn't play as much as because I kind of I was a bit, when I was a kid I played a bit on my brother's account, but I was a bit too broke to buy a full World of Warcraft, or maybe too cheap to do it, so I didn't really. But yeah, it was a really cool game. So good. Basically, we don't. It's a bit quick and dirty, but it should do the job. These days we are like thinking like a little bit, brainstorming with the marketing and stuff. We kind of want to organize a few. I don't know, Dasville, if you have some ideas for it. Like anyone else on the chat. So we kind of wondering if we could do some some cool things in the community. There was like once you know how is it called, poker tournament, and it was pretty cool. And we are thinking if there may be some other things we could do that would be kind of fun like that. I don't know exactly. Maybe something a little bit more related to gaming or to the project in some aspects. But yeah, if you have some ideas for that, I think we're like really happy to take it. There's a few things we have in mind. Maybe Twitter tournaments, playing among us. That would be quite fun. I don't know. We could do a lot of things, and we're just fishing for some ideas or suggestions, and that would be what could be cool to do with the community.
And why not a Shockwaves War Guide?
Yeah, I mean,
it could be funny, but I don't know.
I think you like this idea even more. Worms tournament.
Oh, that's weird. Undead and worms.
Yeah.
Say like this, it's a little bit strange, but
Smash Cards. Smash Cards is good. Do you know? I've never played it, but it's like basically it's like kind of like Mario Kart, but like on browser, and I think it's on. Yeah, that could be fun. Could be fun. Worms tournament. I think Worms is probably good. Probably a good thing.
Yeah, and it's funny because we can name the worms, team. We can have Sam Banksman, Elon Musk, and
yeah. That would be cool.
We would play the World Party update, of course.
Yeah.
Armageddon is good, but maybe it's good enough.
I think are there some free ones of worms, or they're all you need to pay for all of them? Like they're all.
Yeah, Team D set is not really, and it's funny because the oldest they are, the expensive.
The more expensive.
Yeah.
Bastards. Yeah. No, I mean I can't blame them. I mean honestly, it's.
I mean at this point you can.
It's kind of vintage.
You can buy their game just because you speculate that they will be going to be more and more expensive.
You buy Steam keys to resell them instead. They age like good wine.
You buy key because you speculate of their growing value. It's amazing. I can't imagine what kind of economy we could imagine around that.
Yeah. That's cool.
There should be a Worms mobile, maybe.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure there's some Worms-like games. Il y a une version mobile. Il y a une version mobile. Ouais. Il est de base, il est toujours sur. Yeah, I can see. Ouais, cool. Yeah, maybe a mobile Worms, or like I don't know. I feel like some other. Could play Tetris.
Oh no, never play Tetris again, but
yeah, so I can just explode everybody. It would be fun, but we didn't. Yeah. I'm absolutely terrible at every game I play. I'm like really bad at FPS. I'm bad at I'm not Heroes of the Storm. I'm kind of okay, but like I'm not really particularly good. But yeah, just the only game I can really play is Tetris. So I kind of want to. That's just I don't know. Oh, like I completed the 9,999 levels of Sega's version of Tetris columns. Lol. So okay, so I think I have a worthy opponent. One sitting on 7 hours. Okay, that's pretty insane. I've never played the Sega version of it. But yeah, okay, then I mean maybe we could play Tetris. I feel like I mean I think Worms would probably be a better community stuff. Like Tetris is maybe a bit intense, but we could try to do do like a Tetris battle. I don't know if you know. I like games at all. Yeah, I think I figured that out pretty much. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if you know, like because there is a website where you could just like play like kind of battles of Tetris and stuff. And if you want, that's really simple. Bring on the super cheap. Yeah, I mean, you'll see when you play against Samuel, it's a bit of a different experience and not necessarily in the best way for like the playing the Worms because is actually really good at this.
Benjamin saying that like he didn't beat me the last 2 times.
I mean, yeah, I mean I beat you like once or twice, and then you got smashed every other time. But anyway, it's always a lot of fun. So we could try that. Super Bomberman. Bomberman's cool. I haven't played it in like ages, but it's it exists. I haven't played Worms in a few years. I think I've still got a copy though. Better get some practice. Yeah, it's a fun game. I think like we've played. I think yeah, Armageddon. I'm not sure if we. Oh yeah, we played the old ones too. But yeah, it's always a good game. Okay, so probably what I'll do is this reaction. I think I'll make the melee attack kind of like projectiles in some ways. It's projectile. So right now we have the stuff to play the animation when you're attacking. What we need, it's just something that detects the attacks. Probably we'll need a couple of parameters beyond that, but in the end it's very similar to an explosion. So I think it will take quite a bit of code of the experience. And it's actually working for it. Wolfman says, "Hey, Benji, hi and bye. Back to work." Yeah, okay. Thanks for joining. And yeah, have a good time at work. Car window tinting is doing business, is doing great. A bit quiet. Oh, sorry. Or maybe the sound went. Yeah, sorry. Or maybe I was just focusing on stuff, or maybe it's just the sound that was a bit low. Okay. So I'll do the damage. Tu ne pourras pas sortir.
Bah oui, j'ai failli faire le truc le plus con de ma vie en fait.
Something very similar to the explosion that we were just discussing. I think Samuel, and I can't blame him for that because I also forgot to take my key today. So this happens. Aujourd'hui. Ok. Et puis ça enregistre tout, ça s'affiche. C'est ça, il y a tout qui s'affiche pour le truc. Okay, yeah. So just sorry for the French speaking.
You mean in general, or?
Sorry
for the French speaking. Because we are speaking in French.
that's French. So sorry for that French guy speaking. I apologize for the Frenchies. I know these people can be offensive, but no, they're nice in general. Like when you understand them, and they are yeah. What Samuel wanted to say is that yeah, we're starting the we're starting the tournament for the arcade. How long will it last? Is it 1 week? 1 week. So it will be a 1 week tournament starting at 6 p.m. UTC. So it will be in about 2 hours, and it's for a week. So you don't worry too much. But like it will be really cool. And what you can earn for it is this week it will be an alpha pass, right? A VIP alpha pass. AI agents too. Yeah, maybe. Like we'll check the announcement for that, but like it will be really cool, and you'll have a good, I think we want to test and see like if having something can give us more outreach, to give some rewards, bring people to that space. We want like really good feedback from other partners that are like super pumped about the arcade, because it's like a really, I feel like it's a really cool thing we can do with other projects. So it's a lot of fun, and yeah.
Bye everybody, I have to take the train, but I will be back on Telegram, Discord, and on the Benjamin stream in 5 minutes.
Okay, see you. And so yeah, currently if I crash or relog, I lose score. Is the in-game leaderboard working, or does it cycle through on the big screen? Quentin, en fait, le leaderboard maintenant il enregistre, il reste. Tu récupères ton leaderboard. Quentin. Là tu récupères le leaderboard quand tu. Maintenant il sauvegarde par compte, par wallet. Okay. Yeah. Now this we fixed. This was just for for testing at this time. It doesn't like now. It goes through the. It goes to. It's linked to the wallet and it's saved on a database, so it should be good. So prices again, call activity don't need to be big. Yeah, I think it's I think that's kind of what we want, and this space is kind of meant to be like community and fun and stuff. It's not like necessarily like a big game like Shockwaves. It's more like a cool community space, so people can hang out. There's a little price, and so people have a good reason for to come there and just see around, see other our partners our projects. We'll do like also selling things in euros, so I feel like it brings a good community vibes and some utility to what we've done. Also, I'm just checking. Saves me crying later. Yeah, if you have like kind of trust issues, you can always like try to join, like maybe get the crown once, and then wait a bit. Came for the prize, stay for the community. Yeah, I think that's kind of that's a really good point. I think that's a good way to see it. Okay. In so many ways, it's just an explosion. Okay. So should we do it like this, or just like a projectile? It's always a question. Fire that data. checking for the transfer projectile restart, get file data. Just trying to see how I can really integrate this well in the current code. Probably the easiest way would be to do export. I feel like okay, so I could do, yeah, maybe I could do something slightly differently. Actually, maybe that would be a bit easier. Because the explosion, the way of the explosion is quite nice. Let me check. Standalone projectile. I feel like this is probably good. Okay, so I'm just checking this. It's always like a little, like, since it's relatively, like, for the melee weapons, I mean, it's not fundamentally complicated, but there is like a few things to check to make sure that it makes sense in the gameplay, like with the rest of the code. So I'm still like a little bit wondering. Standalone, maybe that's. Maybe Space Invaders would be a good one to mix with Pistoshi and play in the arcade. Yeah, Space that would be cool. Yeah, I think we could have Space Invaders. Yeah, I felt like the arcade also would be a good way, like a good place to kind of play with like these things, to get. Yeah, I think that could be nice. That would be really nice. Oh, hey Bryce, Bryce Buck. Hey all, I can't stay but wanted to stop in and show some support and hit the like button. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for hitting that like button. It was really cool to see you here, SVF, and go get those cows. I'm not sure what you're doing, but yeah, just always good to see you here. And I mean, I feel like I'm sorry, I'm just hesitating for like a few ways to kind of implement the way for the melee weapon. I didn't check too much before because I was kind of focusing on fixing some bugs for the alpha. maybe I'll finish that up a bit later, and I can show you guys a little bit of what we've done for the progress. Felt like that would make a bit more sense maybe. Um, and yeah, like wait a second. Yeah, that's actually relatively like I was trying to figure out a good I had some idea in mind for how to make it fit with the rest of the code. But actually, I will have to adjust a few things. Um, Sorry for that, but I feel like it's part of development, I guess. Oh, maybe I can already figure out what would be the animation. I think that would be fun, and then we can sort of end the stream on that note. So I think we already have a few sword animation. Like slash maybe. Oh, those ninja. Like yeah, there was one like ninja. I had some in a bank of animation somewhere. That was good. I'll open on that. Few animes that were really good for this. So maybe I can start adding this, and we could do some testing probably, and the stream on that note. Just checking on the other screen because there was a project. Sword. Okay, so probably the plugins. Just trying to find where I had these things. Animation. Sword and shield. There were a few that were really nice. Yeah, I'll try to open these projects. And yeah, so I'll create something. So probably will be on the upper body, and create an animation. Will be like katana slash. Won't have anything. It will not loop. And okay, so I think, and then I will see how we can do this. Sure. So, okay. Just loading a little bit, and oh god, did I close the stream? Is it still? Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm not even sure I'm still live. I think I hope I didn't screw up something. Okay, now I'm still live. Okay, all good, all good. Always enjoy the stream energy. Keep it up. It's coming together nicely. Thank you. I have to show it with search web worms shortly. Please get to Google results. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's probably wise. Yeah, I think I'll probably have to bail as well because anyway, like we'll finish up this weapon things shortly. There is, I think it's it should be ready fairly soon anyway, and it's going well. But it's just we kind of it will need a little bit of time to make sure that it's really good. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Once I figure out how to end the stream, I feel like it should be. Hold on. Sorry, because I closed this dashboard, so that's why it's used to here. And so yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It was really cool to see you guys here, and yeah, see you guys soon. And thank you all.